Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing this morning? This Sunday morning, the 27th. 27th. Yeah, what's happening? Comfortable here? Happy Sunday. Yeah, some people look at this as the start of the week. Other people look at it as the day where they can kind of pull back the rubber band and get ready for the week. I would ask you, what are you doing to get ready for the week? Take a few minutes today and get things teed up and pay attention to how your week goes. It might be a little bit different. Just be a little bit more intentional with how you get through the week and what exactly that you're focused on. So Touring Man did a nice video for me today. It's awfully nice of him. Good to see you. Aaron Callie is here on Facebook, on Instagram. Astera Design Build. Good to see you. Good morning. Alex Redmond is in the house, making up for being late yesterday. You were almost first. Good morning, Matthew Tolman. Matthew with one T. Alex Larson checking in with TL Dex. Good to see you. Wendy is here pulling the chains behind the scenes, making things go, getting the comments out, getting them current. So thank you. Good morning to you, Alex. Yeah, we got to get together, brother. I went with the red hat today, Arizona. Not sure why. Seemed like the right thing to do. How was your Saturday, guys? We got continued rainy and shitty. But, I said to my friend Matt Moore yesterday, he was out riding bikes with his kids and said they'd been in the rain. I said, hey, there's no such thing as bad weather, just inappropriate clothing, right? Put something on and get out there. Do your thing. So had a good lift yesterday. Actually get on the bike for a bit, which was good. Get things squared away a little bit. Try to get a little bit of consistency nailed down. And I think it was I don't know who I mentioned it to last night, but just putting down some consistency over intensity, right? I'm great with the intensity. But we don't want to be a flash in the pan, right? We want to make sure we get something done every day. So I would challenge you today to get teed up for the week. Take an hour, whatever, and see how your week goes next week. Just make note of it. Coffee is particularly good this morning, and I don't know what we're doing today. We're gonna get something in. Wendy had a bridalette party yesterday. A bridal shower yesterday, so that went well. My best friend Dave Brackett's daughter Natalie is getting married at the end of next month, so we've got that. Bailey will be up here for that, and it'll be a good time. So good to see a lot of people I haven't seen in a while, and it's nice to go to a wedding instead of a funeral. You get up over 50, you go to more funerals than you do weddings, so be a good time at that. We'll look forward to it. So with that, we'll get going. Has anybody seen Touring Man? There he is. Here he is. I don't know if you guys go to my page after and check out the video that he just posted. It was pretty cool. He rides around on his motorcycle and he catches us every day. And he took a bunch of clips of me saying, Touring Man is here. Somebody check on Touring Man. And but yeah, I appreciate the support. Yeah, the hat. I like the hat today. I got one of those hat things that go on the back of the door and you hang your hats all the way down the thing. It's on the back of the closet door, but it annoys me because I walk by and 2 or 3 hats fall on the floor. So you can only wear one at a time, last I checked. So I'm looking for a better way to have them accessible, maybe displayed, but to go with whatever I'm inspired to go with for the day, I can just grab it and go. So anyway, you guys get to work on that. All right. So today we're continuing on our Builder's Blueprint series, 10-day series, day 4, rolling up the sleeves, getting serious. All right. Business is only as strong as its people, guys. We want to talk about hiring without headaches today and how to stop that hiring fast and firing slow thing. Ben Sinclair says, never have too many hats. And he's right. It's like bikes, right? Mountain bikes, fat bikes, road bikes, tri bikes, gravel bike, whatever you need. Can never have too many bikes. I think I have 7. I don't know where they all are, but they're here. So yeah, can never have too many bikes. Guys, got to hire with intention, not desperation. right? Not desperation. I've done both. And like many of the things I will bring to you guys here in Studio B, there are things that I've had experience with, things that I've not done well in the past, and things that if I had to go back and do it all over again, this is how I would do it. Guys, most contractors, business owners hire out of panic, right? They need help yesterday. I gotta have a guy, right? Give me a warm body. Give me a warm body. Can you fog up a mirror? Good. Get over here, right? We'll show you how to do it. So they grab the first warm body who shows up, and they spend months dealing with lateness, poor work, drama, or worse. Hey, I gotta be late today. I gotta go see my attorney. The stuff that I'll say in this call is things that I've heard. So, and then you can't figure out why you're frustrated, right? This guy's none of the things that I would want him or her to be. But if you want a business that runs smoothly, it starts with hiring slow and leading well, really, because it all comes back to leadership. I was on the Tradesman Experience podcast on Friday. We got talking about that, and Josh noticed my books behind me. So quite a library, and I said, "Yeah, my favorite one is Extreme Ownership," because it was at a time I read that at a time when I was having frustration with I had hired a bunch of guys all at once, and it didn't work. And we did guys that are familiar with DISC assessments. We did a DISC assessment on everybody after I hired them, and guess what? Everybody had the same DISC assessment, right? High D, boom. Like all of our personalities were in one side of the chart. So it didn't work. It didn't work. We had too many bosses, too many people who knew the better way to do it, right? So the wrong hire doesn't just cost you money, it costs you time, trust, and momentum. And my friend Steve Rosenberg will tell you that the average wrong hire will cost you about $62,000 over time. Think about that for a minute. Cost you time, trust, and momentum. Okay? It affects how you look as a leader. Hiring fast, firing slow is one of the most expensive mistakes a contractor can make. Yeah, good morning, Luke McGee. So today I'm going to give you a framework to make it better, to make better hiring decisions that won't come back to bite you, that you won't be regretting 2 weeks in when the paperwork from DHS starts rolling in and you've got to figure out how to fill out 14 pages of paperwork on this guy that hasn't paid his child support for 10 years, right? Ask me how I know. So slow to hire, quick to fire. And quick to fire doesn't mean, just having a bad day. Get out of here, right? You know what it means. It's like, hey, these are the boundaries. Cross one of these lines, you're gone, right? That's how you protect the culture and the customer, frankly. So why most hiring fails in the trades, right? Why do we fail at hiring in the trades? Because we're desperate and overworked. We hire people we like, not necessarily people that can do the job. There's no real interview process. Like, hey, how you doing? You got a car? Can you get here at 7? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I worked for a framer back there about 3-4 years ago. Perfect. Come on over. We start Monday. I just got a gut feeling. There's no onboarding process, no expectations set, no accountability, no employee handbook. A poor hire doesn't just hurt production, guys. It damages your reputation. And again, it lowers you on the leadership scale. It hurts your leadership. So here's a little 4-part hiring framework, right? To help you make the next hire a better hire. Define the role. Number 1, define the role, not just the need. I got to have a guy. We need a guy. All right. Why? What's the role? What do you actually want this person to do? And what does success look like in this role? What's the job description? Even if it's short, put the job description down. Otherwise, how do you manage that person? And how do they know if they're being successful or not? Set the expectation. You guys, we've talked to ChatGPT, like do a prompt in ChatGPT. Hey, I'm thinking about hiring a carpenter for my 2-year-old remodeling business. Here's all of the things that we do. I need someone to and on and on. Please create a job as an expert in construction company scaling, management, operations, create a job description for 3 phases of carpenter: entry level, journeyman. What's the last one? Not journeyman. Somebody say it. Not expert. Something. But anyway, 3 levels, right? Doesn't matter. Use the Boilermaker structure. Don't just ask them, hey, what tools do you know how to use? I even used a temp agency once, and the guy showed up, and he was he knew everything frame to finish. And my the lead guy on the site called me at 9. He's Mark, and he says, he ain't gonna work. I said, well, why? He goes, well, I asked him to go over that pile and grab me a 2x4, and he came back with a piece of strapping. Okay, yeah. So I'm guessing he doesn't know frame to finish, right? Because anybody on this call probably knows what the difference between a 2x4 and a piece of strapping is. If you don't, then don't go apply for a job as a carpenter, right? Or go learn, right? How about this? Just number 2, ask better questions in the interview. Don't just ask what tools do you know how to use. Tell me about a time you had to solve a problem on a job without supervision. Labor, lead, and foreman. Yeah, something like that, Matt. Yeah, supervisor, superintendent, whatever it is. Yeah. Hey, what does being dependable mean to you? These are questions you could ask somebody in an interview. Yeah. What would a previous boss say that you needed to improve on? Ooh. Right. There you go. Another one. Number 3, test before you trust. Just do a paid trial day or a week. Hey, come on in. We'll just, we'll pay you as a sub for a couple of weeks and try it out. See how that works. Or put them on the payroll for a week. But understand there's a timeline. It's not even a probationary period. It's a trial period. Don't just hire off a resume. Hire off the results. Forrest, that's entirely possible. He may have used 2x4s as strapping. Maybe he was an expert carpenter and I didn't realize it. It surely wouldn't be good for the bottom line. Test before you trust, guys. Bring them in, try them out, or in the interview process, give them a task. Hey, when you send your resume in, send a short video of da-da-da-da-da. See how many do that. Hey, when you send your resume in, take this quick assessment, DISC assessment. See how many do that. If they can't follow simple directions, that's got to make you wonder, right? And then number 4, set expectations immediately. Clear start times, attitude, communication. What you tolerate on day 1 becomes a standard for day 30. Hey, if you're I'm a 5 minutes early is on time's late guy, then communicate that. Say, hey, we start at 7, but just so you know, all the guys get here at 4:15 and get stuff out of the trailer, hit the porta-john, finish their coffee. We are working at 7. Don't roll down the driveway at 6:59, 58 and stagger around here for 15 minutes. It's not going to work. Josh Baker, good to see you. I'm sure you have some of these hiring and firing stories as well. So what are some red flags? We're talking about hiring slow, firing fast, getting away from the hiring fast, firing slow thing. Common red flags. Oh, man, I just need a chance. Just need a chance. How come you need a chance? Probably because you acted like a moron at your last job, right? Tell me more about that. Yeah. I don't really like being told what to do. Or the sub guy that wants to work for you that's like, well, I work for myself, that way because, I'm my own boss. Okay. But you understand when you come on this site, then John is going to be telling you what to do. How's that going to sit with you? Got any references? Nah, I don't have references. No previous employer wants to speak on their behalf. Luke says, Kyle, we've been through this. Yeah, we've been through this. How about this one? Late to the interview or vague about job history, right? Literally late to the interview, or the best one, completely blow off the interview and you never hear from them again. Did you a favor, right? I guess that one's not going to work. So you got to upgrade your hiring game, right? Because ultimately it's on you. And if you believe that extreme ownership principle, is that everything leads back to you and how you're leading, and that you own that process. So upgrade your game. Let's try that this week. I'll challenge you. Write down one position you've been thinking about hiring for. Or even if you're not ready yet, let's get ready. So draft a quick outline of the role. What do they need to do? And if they showed up, let's say they showed up Monday and you were sick and they had to grab a notebook off your desk and start working, they'd be able to flip through and say, okay, yeah, so I see a typical day as. I see what the responsibilities are. Love that one, Alex. First day, can I get a few bucks? I got you beat. First day, hey man, it's been rough. I just got back from New York. Is there any way you could pay me for the week today? No, I'm really show up. I'll be here all week, and yeah, literally wanted his whole check day one. I said, dude, you've been here. You've been here an hour and a half. You've been here an hour and a half. Like, this is a huge red flag, just so you know. And no, I can't do that. And if you can't get here, then you got a bigger problem than whether or not you're going to be able to be productive here. So sometimes you feel heartless, but I think if you look at it like this, is that we're all stewards of our company. We may be the owner, but we're also responsible to the people around us to try to make the right decisions. And we're responsible and accountable to the people that work in our company to make good decisions and to put good people around them. If you wouldn't want to work for that guy, with that guy, why would you want your guys to work with him? Right? Yeah. Can I get a few bucks? That one's probably my favorite. Guys, you probably don't need more help. You need the right help. Okay. So isn't it worth taking the time to figure it out with everything that's out there today for technology and ways to figure things out? What's the first thing that I would do if I was looking at hiring somebody? I pull up their social media. It's not illegal. I can do that. It's out there. Pull up their social media. And if they're on there spewing everything political and being angry and doing crazy stuff, then that's probably how they're going to operate at work. Am I profiling? Yep. 100%. Do it all the time. But once it's like being a landlord, right? Like, once they're a tenant, now you're subject to a whole bunch of laws and a whole bunch of regulations and ways that you can or can't get rid of somebody. Okay. So exercise your right on the front end to dig a little bit deeper, do a little bit more due diligence, and figure out if it's the right person. Take that time. I mean, you made it this far without him, right? Here come the stories. Peter Christensen said, a guy I had thought the chimney was falling on a house and his truck was stabbing him through the seat. I don't know what the heck that's all about. I'm thinking about delegating out the interview process to a staffing agency. Yeah. Here's what I did with somebody this past week. I said, let's take the Indeed applications and give them to your project manager, your site foreman guy that's got the tool belt on, that's going to have to deal with these people. So let's let him evaluate the resumes, tell him to bring the top 5 to you, and then those will have him interview them, take the top 3, and now you both interview them again with the owner of the company. How would that go? Guess what that takes care of? Your lead guy in the field complaining about the guy you sent them. Staffing agencies are great, Michael Heron said. I don't know the difference between a staffing agency and a temp agency. I call it a temp agency up here, but to me, it was top dollar and a high buyout for guys like that, and bottom of the barrel talent and human, frankly. That was my experience, but it doesn't mean it's everyone's. They can certainly help you with the hiring process and get rid of that stuff, especially if you're not good at it. I've talked with people that are like, hey man, I just hire anybody. So I need to get rid of that. I got a big heart. Guy has a sob story. Come on in. We'll get you some work and we'll see how it goes. Nope. We're not a not-for-profit, a nonprofit. Matt says, I just hired a new lead. He didn't show up for his first 2 interviews. This ought to go well. I don't know how he got a third one, dude. Yeah. Times are tough there, right? It is. It's hard. It's hard. So how do you set yourself apart from every Tom, Dick, and Harry that's out there that can hire people? One is paying better, right? One's have a better work environment, better culture, but also tune them up on the front end. You get one shot at greatness with people when you bring them in. This is how we do it. This is when you can expect your first review. Here's how you get fired on the spot. Here's a list of 10 things. Here's how you get fired. Hit on the homeowner. Seen that? Yep. Come in and heat your lunch up in the kitchen in front of the homeowner. Don't say a word. Look through the silverware drawer for a fork. Don't find one. Open the dishwasher. Take one out of there. Head back out in the garage. I literally watched that with my own eyes. And I said, hey, Mike, you can head back to the office. I'll have my dad have a check ready for you when you get there. Totally confused. I said, I can't even unpack that. I don't even understand how to even address that. But here's what I know. You don't work here anymore. Oh, man. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, he had a nice warm lunch, though, out in the garage. Anyway, tomorrow, guys, we're going to couple this one with how to manage the crew better. So managing the crew like a pro. Go from being the guy on every job, every other, every run-of-the-mill guy to the leader that your team actually follows. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Alex said we made a disc profile to email to them before they even come in. Give them a time frame to do it. If they don't, then no interview. Isn't that pretty basic? Sure. I had a guy take a shower in the client's house because he had a date after work. These are getting good. These are getting good. Yeah. You can't make this stuff up, guys. You just can't, right? You can't. Hey, Rachel, we're telling crazy contractor employee stories this morning, I guess. Company vehicle stuff's another one, right? You did what? In what? In what? You did what in the truck? You're where? Knew a guy once that saw his company truck going down through town on Saturday, hauling a pontoon boat. Small town. Hey, I had to go out on the lake, man. Yeah. So address that stuff on the front end, guys. That's how you handle that, just on the front end, and say those are examples of just what won't work, what's not going to work. Guys showing up, and the same thing with subs. You have to do it with subs as well. If you're a contractor, you have subcontractors. Get yourself a master subcontractor agreement. Say this is just kind of our how we operate. We start at 7. I'm sorry. I know you like to drywall at 5 a.m. But we remodel, and I can't have you, even it's a bonus from, I can't have you roll into the job and have your dog in the front seat barking at 5:30 in the morning. Right. Peter's got a few. Company vehicle accident, then left the scene in front of a state police officer, then drove back to his home and said it never happened. $10K in damage. He was fired and arrested soon after. Yeah. So I call it freeing up their future. So, guys, the thing is, like, when somebody does something that's really detrimental to your brand, to your company, to your family, and keep in mind, when you're on site, you're the contractor of record. Okay, and if you're there and they're representing you, it's you. They are an extension of you. Same thing with your sales team. If you're large enough and you've got a sales team and they're representing you on the phone, you better damn well know what they sound like and what they're saying to people. Record those calls and go through them, and make sure that the message is getting out there the way you want it to. It's called consistency in messaging. Make sure that your people are getting handled the right way. I mean, think about that for a minute. How would you like to not even know how many leads are getting burned by somebody that's just not acting responsibly in the sales game? So Kaylin Newton is here. Good to see you, buddy. Getting up, kicking ass, taking names this morning. I hope so. Yeah. So I hope this made you think a little bit about how you hire and how you fire. It's not fun, right? If you're a business owner and you don't deal well with conflict, you're going to have to get better at it. And if you need help with that, give me a call. Get on my schedule. Wendy will put the link in. I enjoy helping people with that kind of stuff. And it's not easy. But once you've had a few things that have cost you a few bucks and you had to pay for something that really wasn't your doing, dealing with conflict gets a little bit easier. And especially when you just view it as somebody who's kind of attacking the mothership, so to speak. They don't get to do that. They weren't there when you started the business. Okay, they need to make their way and figure out how they fit in on the team. So again, guys, set the expectation up front. Okay, define the role, set the expectation, ask better questions in the interview, try them out first. Okay, and then lay down the law. This is how we do it. Are we clear? Yeah, we're running a business here. Okay, your business will rise and fall based on who you allow on the team. Okay, so keep that in mind. There's Wendy with the link. Thank you very much. Guys, I hope you do something fun today. I want to thank you all for being on here, sharing it out. Touring Man, thanks for the cool video. You guys are great. Appreciate you guys being here. It's day, 120 something. Let me figure that out. What do we got? 27, 90, 117, 5, 122. Day 122. That's 5 days early thing. Good thing it's a multiple of 5. It's easier to add. So day 122 here in the Studio B. Hope you guys have gotten something out of it. Maybe drop a nugget here or two. Hey, Jake, good to see you, buddy. Hope things are going well. I do this every day at 8. So a lot of times it's business stuff like this. Other times it's, how to get better at life and not from a place where certainly I'm on my high horse or telling you got to do this and you got to do that. Just a lot of things that have worked or haven't worked for me. Just sharing it, creating a little community. Giving some people a way to start the day. And I know there's a bunch that have enjoyed it. So, guys, thank you. Share it out if you would. And I will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Let's kick off the week and have a great day. All right. Take care, guys. We'll see you.